All right, I'm here with PRX something after qualifying for grand finals at Masters London. It was a crazy match. We got to watch it through all its twists and turns. Just how are you feeling about it all overall?
Feeling great. My hands are still shaking because a lot of adrenaline we got towards the match. It's like insane, After second map, after fracture, I am shaking. I cannot do anything. I need to put myself a bit calm myself down. Yeah, on the third map, I was just chilling, just like thinking about something else because I just cannot take it. Yeah, it was too
It
much.
did not show on stage.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
looked like calm,
Yeah.
cool, collected, locked in, even
Yeah,
in terms
yeah.
of back to the fragging form. I did want to touch on a few funny moments and stuff throughout the series as well that kind of led to you guys winning. First off, on Breeze. Obviously, it started a bit movie for you with losing that 1v1 versus Kong Kong where he aces and the crowd erupts. How do you bounce back from that in the moment? Because you bounced back well, right?
Yeah.
Like, even though it was a 5-7, got back to the lead pretty easily.
It's happened, and nothing you can do because the round itself it's already in the past after I beat the guy and then he got ace. So what does it mean? Just need to think about next round. Yes, you just need to chill a bit because the way how we lost the round from the start of the game, it's a bit ridiculous. We picking one by one, we all whiffing the shots. So yeah, just need to chill after the round. That's what we did.
And speaking of chill, there were some really funny rounds that featured you. One of them, obviously, is when you re-wrapped mid and Smoggy's in the corner that doesn't get cleared. I don't know if you've seen that clip yet, but y'all are standing next to each other.
Yeah. Because he put the bubble and the smoke, so I need to break a bubble, and then he was staying on the right side. Yeah, that was insane. I was shocked he's there.
Yeah, and so it's that, and then also obviously the one that everyone's looking back at that probably was why you guys lost map one, that round 23, where Spike doesn't get planted.
Yeah, we all swinging. Yes.
What were the reactions of the server after that round?
I remember some of us saying it's okay. For me, I was like, okay, it's happened. It's happened in the past already. It's happened when we are defending the side versus Kankan. He aced us. It's kind of a similar situation, so it's okay.
Okay.
It's happened, We are PRX for a reason.
And one thing I think that allowed you guys to bounce back to, and that it seemed like ED struggled with, was you on the lurking contact operator, right?
Yeah.
Has that become a way you enjoy playing the duelist more than maybe the traditional entry, or where does it kind of rank in different ways you've played that role, I guess?
Yeah, you are right about just different ways the way how I play on Jet because as you can see on the map, I'm not really main duelist in a way. I have some of the choices to dash in the side and sometimes to lurk, so that's why I like to play on Jet. Meanwhile, on Neon, I feel like you need to just go in for a team, and that's why I enjoy Euro a lot. You can be anywhere. The same thing for Jet.
Mm-hmm. And now we're gonna take a veering left because obviously we got the one map that you haven't been playing duelist on in terms of Brimstone.
Yeah.
What was that conversation like with Alex convincing you to play the Brimstone, and how do you feel about it now to this day right now?
It's bound to happen because our team, the most flexible one, and I need to pick up some of the roles. I already kind of know how to play an initiator, but another role, I guess, for a future, might be good for my portfolio to play on smokes, which is I do, I guess, well, improving slowly, trying my best to play on smokes. It's quite fun, you are just staying at the back, baiting your teammates,
And the Vitality game that you were 18-9, so you were just as deadly.
Yeah.
But cool, and then to kind of round out this series specifically before we move on to general questions about you,
Yep.
You talked about being really nervous going to split, and then obviously it was super one-sided in your favor at the half. Did that shock you? Do you feel like there was a change in how EDG was playing, confidence-wise or energy-wise, or what from your perspective as a player playing against them, why do you think it shifted in your favor?
I don't really nervous before the split. It's more hyped after fracture. The way how we closed the round, it was insane actually. You're asking about TGG split in general, the way how they play. What do you mean?
Why I guess do you think they ran out of steam, kind of, or just in general, why it wasn't as competitive as map 1 and map 2 were with the OTs and the close series?
I don't know, to be honest.
That's fine.
I just don't know.
I'll ask them later. I just wanted to see and compare,
Yeah.
Cool, and then moving on then to general questions. I feel like right now, to me, there's kind of two players in big discussion for tournament MVP if PRX were to win. It's you and Divai in my mind. So I was curious from your perspective, kind of who on your team do you think deserves MVP right now if you guys are to win in grand finals?
Look, we have 5 superstars in the team. Everyone can drop 30, so it doesn't make sense for me to say the guy gonna be MVP. Everyone doing MVP role, I will say everyone shooting well, everyone closing the rounds, everyone do their best to win the game. That's the thing. And I feel like for us in PRX, it's not gonna be a thing where it's like one superstar gonna get every single medal or something like that. Meanwhile, for example, in Counter-Strike, in Dota, they all have like their super guy in the team. But meanwhile, for us, we have 5. So I don't know. I cannot. I just cannot say who is gonna be.
Amazing. And to stay on the topic of kind of like past this tournament, obviously you guys have already made champs. It's been a big point of discussion. I was curious, if there's any teams that aren't here at Masters London that you think are going to surprisingly make champs, or that you want to face at champs.
Who I probably. I mean, I'll go for my friends XLG and G. I hope they'll do their best in their stage 2. I mean, probably XLG gonna be all right, I guess, in the stage 2. But for G, yeah, just wish them good luck.
Okay, amazing. And then you kind of talked about like some of the other games that you've played with, and I wanted to ask a question about like your start in Valorant specifically, because I remember reading it was through like Challengers Japan, so I'm sure that's why you ended up in Pacific more than anywhere, because you've been with PRX for so long. Is there anything that keeps you in Pacific competing in that region, whether it's the atmosphere, whether it's the game style, independent of the family obviously that you built at PRX?
I don't know. For me, I'm just already used to be. I already kind of Asian. I mean, I've been living in Asia for like 4 or 5 years already. So I mean, and my part of Russia, because Russia is big, right?
Yeah.
So I'm close to Japan. So I'm kind of sort of Asian already when I was in Russia. So does it mean like I'm used to them? I'm used to be there in Asia. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just in general, I enjoy to be there. And I mean, another story. I mean, if you don't know, or if you know, I live in Bangkok before I joined PRX.
Okay.
So for 1 year. So I mean, I just like to be there. That's it.
Amazing. And I did want to ask something, because I feel like there's like obviously there's Turkish talent, there's like nationalities tied to being very talented in Valorant, and I feel like a lot of the Russian players that like get into the space into tier 1 do rise to the top very fast. Again, you, Kron, Vukishu, and CN. Do you think there's undiscovered talent in Russia that still needs to be developed and like get out into the global stage that you really want to see make it to tier 1? And aside from like these issues, what might be stopping them?
I don't think it's about visa issues. It just the problem is Counter-Strike and Dota so famous in Russia. I mean, overall in Europe, so people just doesn't want to play Valorant because it doesn't make sense when you have a Counter-Strike. If you are gonna be famous in Counter-Strike, it's much more better rather than trying to be professional player in Valorant, especially when you are speaking like your native language, which is Russian. So I mean, it's a lot of problems, but I feel like in the future Russian's gonna be in Valorant, and it's gonna be mess. I will say in a way, like a lot of talent's gonna be there. I mean, you see Counter-Strike, a lot of FPS players in Counter-Strike are actually like 70% of them is Russians, and then they are on top. So
all right.
you will see.
There we go. We will. And 2 last rapid fire questions. I read that you're a car guy, or that you want to drive them more once you get back. It was a while ago in an interview that you did. What's your favorite or dream car?
Probably if you win some of the international tournaments, I will buy BM M5 F90.
I'll have to look up a picture.
I'll probably go for it. Yeah. I mean, let's see. I don't know, but yeah, it's probably my dream car for now.
Okay. And final question: who do you think is going to be facing you in that grand finals between Vitality, Lev, and EDG?
For some of the reasons, I will go for EDG. They're in great form. They're actually shooting well. I mean, you see, we are struggling to play versus them, so I think they'll give another team a great challenge tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a great day off tomorrow, and we'll see you at grand finals.
Thank you.